Every single thing that our country was supposedly born inside of was born in one word: revolution. We stood up against tyranny. We stood for honesty. Give me liberty or give me death. I say one thing: we must refresh the tree of liberty from time to time, and it is our responsibility. You are a patriot. I am a patriot. My name is Don LaRoche, and I am a revolutionist. And so are you. This revolution now. What up out there, everybody? I want to welcome you to the first of many of a new video blog series that I want to call Revolution Now. I believe in revolution. And let me tell you, anyone that has known me my whole life out there, first of all of us have these nice little names we give ourselves, but for this, Revolution Now, I want this to be straightforward. My name is Don LaRoche. This is the name given to me from the system that I have grown inside of. I own a small little visual arts studio with my brother J.J. Jackson. It's called Phoenix Rising Studios because we believe one thing: we have to rise out of our ashes. I have for a long time sat in a quiet place, in a lonely little room, to think to myself how to say these things right. How to speak to my brothers and sisters out there in a world that, in a way that we may actually be able to open a dialect, to build a platform in which we can actually share with each other about what is happening in our world and to our species. Y'all out there know just as well as I do that our world is half crazy right now, if not completely. The very infrastructure of this thing we call the United States is crumbling. Our bridges, our roadways, our job systems, how we look at each other, how we perceive our future. We are left in a place where we are searching and we are always wanting more. One thing I want to do on Revolution Now, and I hope to do on all of these as we keep on progressing forth and widening the brand for Phoenix Rising Studios, is that we talk very openly about what is happening in our world. And for this first one, what I'd really like to take a few minutes to talk about is unity. Unity, by far, is our single greatest weapon in bringing a modern revolution to our society. Let us not fool ourselves that the White House has been stolen and infiltrated by a pure corporate desire to take over and control us fully, to turn us into nothing but clones and advertisement beings that keep on the progression of what the corporation wants, which is money. It's domination. Wasn't there a time when we talked about freedom and liberty, accepting and expanding ourselves, and this country that was supposed to be something so great for so many has turned into nothing but a yard full of slaves? And do not fool yourself, my brothers and sisters, when you sit there and say, well, I have freedom. I sit in my home, and as I sit here and talk about this openly, in some countries you may be shot. Well, if things keep on going the way that they are, I may find myself being shot for being this open. But I would say that would be a good day, because we cannot lay down. It is our responsibility, and in fact, the very inalienable right given to us, birthed in the revolution tendencies that is inside of our DNA. They separate us every single day. If it's not by class, it's by color. If it's not by color, it's by gender. If it's not by gender, it's by sexuality. If it's not by sexuality, they find something else. Too fat, too skinny, too many tattoos, too many piercings, too long of hair. Let me ask you something out there, my brothers and sisters. What does any of that have to do with who any of us are? They keep us separate. They keep our desires separate, our agenda separate, when we the whole time are ignoring one pure truth. It is not separate. Every single thing that happens from now as we walk forward to our species is our responsibility and is of what our cause and effect to our world will bring us. Now, we have ignorant people. We've always had ignorant people. I do not want to sound like one of these people that is pointing fingers at Donald Trump. Every single person in the world knows Donald Trump is a complete and utter idiot. This is not something that is hidden away. But let's not fool ourselves. We wanted to impeach President Clinton for getting a blowjob in the Oval Office. We wanted to impeach Barack Obama because somehow he was a Muslim even though he wasn't a Muslim. We wanted to impeach George W. Bush, which we should have because he was responsible for killing hundreds of thousands of innocent people. But let us not fool ourselves that all the way back down the line of presidents, the agenda has always been for the elite, for the 1% of our country, not thinking about the rest of the people that actually do the work to get the job done. And in that, we are separated. And in those lines that purely divide us, there's no way for us to not only work through our problems, to somehow take away the control that the elite have, but there's no way for us to move forward as a species if this separation is something that is tearing at every single human on our planet. We worry about things like borders, lines, and flags, things that justify who and what we are supposed to be, when we are nothing but another herd on this planet. I know some of you are saying out there right now, I'm not part of a herd. I'm not just some animal. We are just some animals. We do have a difference inside of us, though. We know the awakening truth of what love is, and we know what endearing, responsible, and hard-working determination can bring. That is our difference. And it almost makes us more of animals that we ignore that beautiful thing. That inside of us we can work through it. We can see consciously and morally and full of love what we all desire from each other. But how often do we actually give it to each other? How often do we actually present it into each other's lives and each other's existence? How often do we smile at a stranger just because they are passing us by? We are all connected. That connection is not something that is wrapped around a religious dogma. It has no idolization. It has nothing that it needs except to know that we are connected. And that unity inside of that connection is what brings us real freedom. Freedom that can really eradicate the stupidity in which runs and governs our modern society. The past is not important, but it is important to know your past. What happened in Nazi Germany is what is happening in our modern regime in our country right now. And it is tearing a great rift into us, into me, into every single part of our already crumbling infrastructure. We must ask ourselves, how much are we willing to let this modern regime go forth? And are we going to be people that find ourselves in the same place that the Germans found themselves in the late 30s? Progressing forth to exterminate and to give themselves the moral superiority in which they were looking for? And is that what we have right now? Is your anger and your sadness going to drive us to this place? Or can look at me for a second and really see that inside of you is a mystery of a universe? We are bigger than anything we have been told we are. And it is time to start acting that way. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that what true unity actually will require of you is a deep uprooting of what you feel comfortable with. But change is that one thing that can bring true peace. not to us on even a singular level, but peace to our entire society. Because right now, our planet is struggling to provide because we are slowly killing it. This is not some hippie boo-ha. This is not some tree-hugging anything. I hate all of these words people want to wrap around. What it is truth. And the truth of our planet is, without it, we all die. Not just some people die, all of us die. Unity can lead our species forth. If anything, we have been in a little bit of a dark age. And my brothers and my sisters, I ask of you, please, ignore the fight they're trying to pull you in. Ignore the ignorance and the stupidity in which we see on the news every single day. And instead of being so beaten in all of this, rise above it. Let patience become the virtue that shall push us forward. Let our unity become the weapon that we shall use to defeat the beast. And let us find a way to truly stand with each other and progress our species. I want to thank everyone who watches this. Please spread the word. Share with as many people as you can. We're going to be doing a lot more of this. Revolution Now. Hopefully producing some more Revolution news segments to really show where our society is standing. I believe these talks that we need to have really need to be opened to a place where we refuse to lie, where we let the truth seep from us and really start to repair the things that are actually destroying us. So please check out all of Phoenix Rising Studios' other beautiful videos we're going to be putting out. Check out The Slow Sound. It's going to be a new podcast series for local musicians, local artistry. And please keep watching these. We're going to be trying to do one or maybe even two of them a week. I have a lot that I want to talk with you about. Please also send videos. Send them back, man. Let's answer with each other. Let's talk with each other. Let's try to really make this into a community thing, a thing that we can, really just be with each other. Finding that place with each other where you don't feel judged for stating what you really feel is the true desire inside of your heart and your life to see us become better. And I really feel we need to become better. Something more. We need to stand for more. This is a definite thing. And start that, baby. Start that hashtag stand for more. I'd love to start seeing that everywhere. So, as I said before, no hiding behind, aliases or names. My name is Don LaRoche, and I am a revolutionist. I believe in revolution with all of my heart and all of my soul, because that is what this country was born in, and I am a patriot. I just want to say, for all you other patriots that really believe in something more, that really believe in truth, dignity, honor, please stand. Send me back videos, send me back love, man. Keep watch out. Explode the Machine coming out with their album. Gonna be super dope. My boys. Took a lot of pleasure in writing this album, so I really can't wait to share it all with you. And I just want to thank you all. Be seeing you hopefully next week. Much love. Peace, y'all. Be good to each other. Stand for more. Seriously, a lot more.